Want to be the kind of person others beg to befriend, volunteer to help, and naturally follow? The secret isn't charisma, but a few surprisingly simple skills anyone can learn. Dale Carnegie wrote How to Win Friends in 1936 because no one had cracked the code on human connection. He wrote this book as a practical guide for his students because there wasn't a textbook on how to get along with people. Turns out, his advice still works 100 years later, because human nature never changes. By the end of this video, you'll know how to make people light up when they see you, whether at work, at home, or even in line at Starbucks. And stick around for number 4. It's the easiest way to win over anyone without saying a word. Here are the 7 timeless lessons that'll transform how people treat you, based on the principles Carnegie emphasized. Lesson number 1. One of the biggest mistakes we make is pointing fingers. It might feel natural, but Carnegie makes it clear that criticizing, condemning, or complaining almost never helps, and usually just makes things worse. Think about it. When someone criticizes you, do you instantly agree and want to change? Probably not. You likely get defensive or resentful because criticism attacks your pride and self-respect. It's like kicking over a beehive when you're trying to get honey. You just get stung. This is one of the core self-help techniques the book teaches. Here's an example. Picture a manager who constantly criticizes employees publicly for minor errors. Instead of feeling motivated to improve, the employees feel humiliated and resentful. They might start hiding mistakes or disengaging completely. A smarter approach is for the manager to address issues privately and constructively, focusing on solutions, not blame. That way, they preserve the employee's dignity and encourage real cooperation. Lesson number 2. Everyone deep down craves a feeling of importance and wants to feel appreciated. Dale Carnegie says this is one of the deepest urges in human nature. Giving honest and sincere appreciation is a powerful way to connect with people. This isn't about fake compliments or flattery. That kind of praise is easy to spot and usually backfires. Instead, it's about finding something real to admire and saying it from the heart. That kind of appreciation can echo in someone's memory for years. Imagine a teacher noticing a struggling student's effort and praising their dedication, even if the result isn't perfect. That single gesture could motivate the student for weeks. Or picture a retail worker, tired from a long shift. Your genuine thanks for their help might be the highlight of their day. That kind of recognition sticks. Lesson number 3. Want someone to do something? Start by thinking about what they want. The best way to influence others is to show them how doing what you want also helps them get what they want. It is about aligning interests. This takes empathy, seeing things from their perspective. This isn't manipulation, it's mutual benefit. A true how-to for building better interactions. Let's say you need your neighbor's help moving. Rather than just asking for a favor, consider what might appeal to them. Maybe they enjoy exercise, or you owe them one. You could say, "Hey, I know you're always looking for ways to get some exercise, and I've got a tough move coming up. It would be a huge help, and a good workout. Plus, I'd be happy to help you out with something in return." Now you've aligned both of your interests, and they're more likely to say yes. Lesson number 4. People aren't nearly as interested in you as they are in themselves. If you want to make friends and build strong relationships, be genuinely interested in others. One of the best ways to do that? Be a great listener. When someone talks, give them your full attention. Don't interrupt. Ask questions and follow-ups they'll enjoy answering. Most people love talking about themselves. It's human nature. Picture this. You meet someone new at a party. Instead of waiting to tell your funniest story, ask them about their job, their hobbies, or why they came. Truly listen. Ask follow-ups. Show curiosity. They'll leave thinking you're a fantastic conversationalist, even if you barely talked about yourself. That's the magic of genuine interest. Lesson number 5. When you need to point out a mistake or suggest a change, start with praise and honest appreciation. It softens the blow and shows you value the person before addressing the issue. It's like candy before the medicine. Even better, point out the mistake indirectly. That way, you protect their pride and encourage improvement. Imagine needing to tell a coworker their part of a project needs big revisions. Instead of saying, "Your section is all wrong," you say, "Hey, I really appreciate the hard work you put into this report, especially getting all that data together quickly." Then you can gently guide the conversation, asking questions or discussing how some parts might be seen differently by the client. Maybe even share a time you made a similar error. This method avoids resentment and makes the feedback easier to accept. Before we continue further, if you learned something new or were inspired by these principles, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that actually works in real life. Hats. Lesson number 6. Want to lead without pushing people away? Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. This small shift helps people feel respected and involved, which makes them much more likely to follow through. Questions spark collaboration and help people save face. For example, instead of telling your child, "Clean your room right now," ask, "How can we get your room tidied up so you have space to play?" Or ask a team member, "What do you think is the best way to tackle this task?" Now, they're thinking it through and taking ownership, and they feel like their voice matters. It's a subtle but powerful leadership tool. Lesson number 7. Carnegie also emphasized the power of encouragement, especially when people are struggling. Praise their effort. Celebrate even small progress. That encouragement can build confidence and inspire someone to keep going. And when you make a challenge seem easy to overcome, you make success feel possible. Picture a friend learning to play an instrument. They're frustrated and ready to give up. Instead of saying nothing, or worse, pointing out what they did wrong, praise their dedication. "It's awesome that you're practicing every day," you could say. Then add, "You've got such a good ear. I bet this'll click with just a bit more time." This encouragement gives them something to live up to. It motivates instead of deflating. I hope you found these self-improvement tips helpful. Let me know in the comments. Which one stood out to you most? Which one you can implement immediately? Now it is my time to share with you my 3 favorite quotes from the book. Quote number 1. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Shift your focus outward. When you genuinely care about others' stories, dreams, and experiences, you create magnetic connections. People are drawn to those who make them feel seen and valued, not those desperately seeking attention. Quote number 2. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but with creatures bristling with prejudice and motivated by pride and vanity. Meet people where they are emotionally, not where you think they should be logically. Understanding that everyone carries their own biases and needs for dignity allows you to connect with their humanity rather than fight their reasoning. Quote number 3. My personal favorite. Talk to someone about themselves and they'll listen for hours. Be the person who asks the questions others wish someone would ask. Everyone has a story they're dying to tell. When you become the listener who draws it out, you become unforgettable. So, what makes Dale Carnegie's book so powerful is how practical and it is. No complex psychology, just real, relatable advice that you can apply right now. It's a daily life handbook, and the lessons also remain shockingly relevant today as human nature hasn't changed. People still crave appreciation, hate criticism, and respond best to genuine interest. Whether it's coworkers, romantic partners, family, or strangers, Carnegie's techniques help you build stronger, more positive connections effortlessly. And unlike shady persuasion tactics, Carnegie's methods are ethical. They work because they make interactions better for both sides. If you want to dive deeper, I've linked the book in the description below. If Dale Carnegie's wisdom on building relationships just lit a fire in you, then you're ready for the next level. Because here's the thing, knowing how to connect with people is powerful, But imagine combining that with the ability to transform yourself from the inside out. That's exactly what Tony Robbins teaches in Awaken the Giant Within. While Carnegie showed us how to win hearts and minds, Robbins shows us how to master our own psychology first. Think about it. How can you genuinely care about others if you haven't learned to harness your own potential? How can you influence people if you can't even influence yourself? In my breakdown of Robbins' masterpiece, you'll discover how to take control of your emotions, your decisions, and your destiny. It's the perfect companion to what we just covered, because the most magnetic people aren't just great with others, they're giants within themselves. Click the small screen above to watch it next, and let's complete your transformation toolkit. Trust me, these two books together, they're unstoppable.